Hey guys, this is Darshay with the Gemini Twins back at you again with another pick a card video. Today we're going to talk about what is blocking my finances. What is blocking your finances, or what could you do to improve your financial situation? And so this is going to be pile one, this blue ball. This is going to be pile two, this tan and white ball. And then pile three will be this completely tan ball. As a matter of fact, give me a second, y'all. I'm going to turn this light on. Yep, right in the middle of the video. Should have did that first. All right. So pick your pile. Take 3 deep breaths. Go with your first mind. Your first mind is your best mind. If the messages don't resonate, maybe they're not for you this week. Maybe it's for somebody else. All right. Choose a pile. We're gonna get started with pile number one. Pile number one, the blue ball. All right. What's up, pile number one? What y'all got going on today? Let's see what's blocking your finances. We'll start with one of these archetype cards. I'm addicted to these cards. They give you a really good idea of what's going on, and they also come with a little bit of good advice. So let's just get the general overall feeling of what's going on with your money situation and what might be blocking. Like this video if your kids went back to school this week in person. I wish. Okay, so first card out is the shapeshifter. The shapeshifter. Let's move this down. We'll do this a little bit. Oh, you know what? Now you guys can't see my face. All right. Ooh, I'm oily, y'all. What's going on here? Should have worn my face. Okay. The shapeshifter. Just a second. Let me find the page. It's on page 91. Okay. The trickster, the elusive, the formless. The shapeshifter has a love of theater, games, and trickery. Its energy appears as one thing, only to reveal a more complex story behind the surface, or below the surface. The shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. It is the side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal, and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. When the shapeshifter card appears, it's important to imagine you are looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focused lens. At any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision than you imagined. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Dancing long term with the shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. When light or when balanced, vibrant, adaptive, and humorous. When dark, charlatan, people pleasing, and trickery. All right, y'all. So let's get some tarot cards to clarify that message. Let me just feel out the energy. Let's just see what's going on here. Mhm. Gossip. Okay. Gossip is the first card out. Gratitude. And oh, you got two things. Okay. One flip. Service and impasse. Okay. What's under the deck? Perfection. Okay. So this makes a lot of sense with you getting perfection under the deck. It's all about, kind of looking at the glass half empty instead of as half full, and wanting to be seen and appear to be perfect. That makes a lot of sense together with this shapeshifter card that came out. It could be that right now how do I say this? You're really focused on making something happen a certain type of way, It's either that or you're focused on presenting yourself in a certain type of way. It could be that you are spending a little bit too much money. You are impulse shopping, doing that online shop click. I do that too. But it could be that you are trying to present yourself in a way that is not 100% authentic, wanting people to see you as perfect, wanting to, people to look at your life and kind of see it as perfect. And perhaps you could be overspending to try to sort of live up to that image. Um, if that's not the case for you, it could just also be that, again, you just have like this one track mind on how to make something happen, or one track mind in terms of how things should be. And you're not really looking at the bigger picture. You're kind of focused and freaking out about, all the little details to make things appear perfect rather than focusing on the bigger picture of what needs to happen and what it is you need to do. With the gossip card, it could be, again, I still get the idea that you may be very concerned about what other people have to say about you, and your decisions up until now have really been based in making sure that you're seen in a certain light so that people don't talk about you. Pause to say, people are going to talk about you. There's nothing you can do about that. Other people's opinions of you are not your business. The only thing that matters is your opinion of yourself. So don't make decisions based on, and we all do this, right? Like, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me too. Don't make decisions based on how other people will perceive what you've decided to do, but do it based on what really feels good to you. There's also an energy of kind of looking at other people and thinking that other people are doing better than you, whether they are or whether they are not. There is always going to be somebody who is doing better than you. I don't care who you are. There's always going to be other people doing better than you. So you need to be grateful and thankful for what it is you already have, because, there is always the thought that it could be worse. With the service card, I think in order to help like shift up some of that energy and help redirect your money flow and get you back headed in a right direction, or think of change you can make towards getting your money in the right direction, with this service card, doing things for other people and taking the focus off of yourself. I don't mean overextending yourself to people. I mean finding a way to be helpful in the world. And that doesn't necessarily have to just be with money. That can be with your time. That can be just being, a listening ear to somebody who needs a listening ear, but basically being of service to other people, because that energy does also feed you. Of course, there's a balance of not overextending yourself and giving people too much of your time and too much of your ear. But, if there are certain things that you're really good at, teach somebody in your family how to do it. You good at budgeting, teach somebody in your family how to budget. You may find that as you teach people things, you learn more things, or you maybe catch things that you kind of thought you had it all, set it and forget it in terms of your budgeting your money. But if you go to teach somebody else, you may find, a different perspective or things you missed along the way. The other thing with this impasse card, it could be that you've been trying to go about, well, there is no could be. It seems like what Spirit is saying is you are trying to go about things in the wrong way with the wrong intention. So if your intention is to have your money flowing a certain way so that people can see you a certain way, or so that people don't say negative things about you, and so that you can kind of, what's the little saying, like kick it with the Joneses? I don't know, keep up with the Joneses, whatever it is. Um, that's not the right intention that's ultimately going to make you happy. That's not going to make you happy in the end. So Spirit is saying be grateful for what you have and set your intentions based on what makes you happy and what feels good and true and authentic to you as an individual, not based on how other people might perceive you. And you think that might not have a big deal on your money, but I can imagine that it could. Because if you focus on doing, buying the latest so that other people certainly see you a certain way, or just doing things, period. Okay, you got some poppers. Your messages are flying out. Okay, so the High Priestess came out with the Gossip card. Got the Knight of Swords with the Gratitude card. Yeah, wow. With service, you got Page of Cups and the Fool. Yeah, that's Okay, this is good. This is good advice. And let's just see what comes out for empath and we'll talk about it. Okay. Five of swords and two of cups. Okay. What's under the deck? Justice. So with the justice card, this is an interesting justice card. Let me show it to you. On one side, you got the chick with the sword. I mean, on one side, she's got the sword, and on the other side, she has the scales. So, because this is a little bit of a unique justice card, I would say that Spirit is saying to you, you are going to get what you want and and what you deserve. But it's all about, because she has this one sword here, I think, and swords are about thought and clarity, and she's got one sword. I think Spirit is saying that if you change your perception, as with the shapeshifter card that came out, if you change your perception and how you see things and move into a spirit of gratitude, you will get everything that you deserve. So you just need to be more grateful. Um, One way of being grateful is making 10 lists. I forgot what teacher I stole this from, but list of 10, even with the people in your life, they might get on your nerve a little bit, but you can just make a list of 10 positive things about this person. And it does really allow you to deal with and handle them a little bit, with more care and see them through the eyes of love. We all are imperfect human beings. We get on other people's nerves, just like other people get on our nerves. But you could do that for what you have in your life. 10 things you love about your job. Even if you don't like that job, even if you don't really like that job, try to focus on 10 things you do like about it. It doesn't, the best way to say this is it doesn't serve you at all to focus on what's negative, especially if you don't have a solution to change it in the moment. It is much better to focus on the positive. It doesn't hurt you to focus on what's positive on a day to day. You can still make the changes that you want to make and start making steps towards doing what you want to do if it's not, the job that you have. But you can still be grateful and think about the positive aspects of that job, because you never know. As you become more positive, you may find that maybe that job is a good job for you. Maybe it's other opportunities you might be considered for if you're being more positive. So try to be more positive. That has definitely worked for me in places of employment where the job that I had a long time ago, I didn't really like that job very much, but I tried to be grateful. I tried to start being grateful at one point for the job, even though I just could not, I couldn't stand to wake up and go there. And I found a new job so fast. So the first application I put out, I've been at that company for 7 years now. So just change your energy, change your perception, and be more grateful. Spirit is saying you already kind of know this with the high priestess. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I think whoever is listening to this pod number one, you are already very spiritually and emotionally and even financially mature. I don't know why you're watching this video. But yeah, Spirit is saying, I mean, welcome, please do watch, but kudos to you. Spirit you got your stuff together. It's just, in order to make things better, which is probably why you're watching, um, focus on the positive and focus on helping other people and not going about things with the intention of, with the wrong intentions of wanting to look a certain way. And I'm also paying attention to this archetype deck. Under the deck is the mask. And of course, a mask is self-explanatory. It's all about basically putting on certain characteristics or certain behaviors in front of other people so that they see us a certain way, or trying to change the way or changing the way we behave in order to try to get a certain outcome. And that's not the right intention. It's better to just be your authentic self, and then whatever happens kind of just happens. But you don't have to wear a mask. Yeah, Spirit is saying be diligent in being grateful for what you have. It'll move you forward real quick. And then with the service, I feel like the portion of focusing on other people, you may have just gotten to a point in your financial life where you really can be, a blessing and be helpful to other people. Kudos to you. But Spirit is saying that will bring you a sense. It's a new start and a new sense of emotional fulfillment with the Page of Cups. It's like a fresh new emotional fulfillment, just a little baby one. And the Fool is all about a new beginning. So yeah, you can help other people. and that'll bring you a sense of fulfillment. And that's a better, that'll help you to make your intentions more positive. And then at the end, again, you got this Five of Swords with the empath. So Spirit is saying walk away from the fight of trying to do things for the wrong reason. Like walk away from that mental kind of lie that you tell yourself that you have to do or be seen a certain way. You don't. Nobody is really fighting that battle with you. Swords are about thought. I know there's people in here, but with swords, it's perceptions and thought. You really are having that problem with yourself, not other people. Again, it doesn't matter what other people think about you. That's not your business. Um, yeah, Two of Cups. You'll be better able to balance yourself out and be more emotionally fulfilled and get what you want and feel more emotional fulfillment and ultimately security from your financial situation if you go about things with different intentions. So let's just get you a little bit of advice. I'm being told not to use that deck. Let's use this one. I didn't even open this one. I didn't like pre-shuffle it or anything. All right. Being told to use this one for you guys. This is a good pile though. I mean, it's nice to be in a place where you can be of service to other people. That's something to be grateful for in and of itself. And you don't have to spend all your money to be helpful to other people. That's too many, Spirit. Again, you can spend time, you can volunteer. That's going to make you feel good and make you feel happy. When you're more happy, you attract more good things because your vibration is higher. Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Spirit is saying focus on you, sis or bruh. Focus on you. Make plans and focus. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what other people have to say about you. Don't worry about how they're going to perceive what you're doing. None of that is your business, nor does it matter. Let's see. 17 years. I'm going to read this to you real quick because I feel like you need it. Shield Maiden. That's on 72. Give me a second. All right. Have a plan or strategy in place before moving forward. The Shield Maiden is the female knight in shining armor. In Viking traditions, women were seen as equal to men, and so joined them on their raids and fought with them on the battlefield. In this deck, the Shield Maiden brings a fiercely feminine energy, the power to be a warrior while retaining feminine sensitivity. She is ready to put her plan into action. She's ready to go into battle. Her medicine helps us move beyond any unsettled feelings when our plans start to take shape and follow through with our strategies in order to be where we want to be. Shield maidens worked together in times gone by to create shield walls of protection. So she also shows us how to work with others in order to bring our plans to fruition. Taking some time to assess what your next steps will be. All great warriors have a plan. You are a sensitive being, and if you are not prepared for the tasks you are taking on, you could end up feeling exposed and helpless. The ancestor guide that is coming to you now is a reminder that you have a warrior's heart and that you have it within you to be more prepared and focused than you have been recently. So have a strategy in place and then let your guide support you as you move forward. Okay, that's good. That's really good. All right, Pile 1. See y'all later. We're going to get started with Pile 2. Let me know if that resonates, y'all. I like comments. I got one comment so far. I was so excited about that one comment. I felt like somebody sent me a love letter. I'm probably talking to myself in this moment because I'm going to put the timestamps in the comments so people are probably not going to see this part. All right, Pile 2. All right, Pile 2. Before I even start with you, let me drink some water, man. All this talking. All right, Pile 2. Let's see what's blocking your money or what you can do to improve your financial situation, even if you don't have any blocks. Let's just see what comes out. I love this archetype deck. Gives us a good understanding of kind of the overall energy and what Spirit wants to say to you. Love these cards. Let's just see what comes out for you, pile 2. Pile 2, drop a comment. Let me know you're here. I was saying I was so excited because I got one comment. I was so lit about that comment. All right, we got 2 cards. We'll take them both. Let's see. It's under the deck. Wow, you got something big going on, pile 2. All right, so the first one you got is the Siren. And the second one you got is Agape. We're going to read these. Real quick. We're going to make it quick. I'm going to try to read it a little fast. Listen to me again if I go too fast. Okay, the Siren. The Siren calls, this is the Temptress, the Seducer, the Femme Fatale. The siren calls and the world spins. What we thought we wanted pales in comparison to the sweet allure of her song. We find ourselves lost in a spell of desire and longing, perhaps even lust. Whether the thing calling to us is ultimately good or bad is somewhat irrelevant. It's the journey that matters. And the work of the siren is to take us on a deep psychic descent. Following her song, we go down, down, down to a place where lessons are learned and courage must be rallied to find our way back to dry land. Try as we might, resisting the call may not even be an option, unless, like Odysseus, we bind our hands to the mast of our ship. It's likely, though, that falling for her call is the only way we will come to live more fully on the surface. When light, this is awakened sensuality, absorption, and arousal. When dark, this is wickedness, adultery, wreckage, betrayal, and insatiability. Okay? So, what is calling you, pile 2? What is hitting you with the siren call? Let's see what's going on with this agape. This is interesting. 211, pile 2? What y'all got going on? It's a serious card, isn't it? Okay. Agape. Devotion and unconditional love. What if, instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God, goddess, or nature at the center? How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us and asks us for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capacity to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly and vice versa. Such an initiatory moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The agape card may also suggest you reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? When light, service, reverence, honor, and joy. When dark, spiritual bypassing and righteousness. Okay, so off the back, before we even start pulling cards, there's some sort of temptation that you kind of got going on here. And Spirit is really saying to you that this could potentially be a block for you. I don't know if this is like overspending of your money. We're going to see when we get some clarifications here. But there's some sort of something that's calling out to you and tempting you. And it could be that it's something that you kind of need to go through to learn from, but maybe you're just still sitting in it, even though you kind of know it's not good for you anymore. With the agape card, I feel like Spirit is saying that this is a big, number one, it's a big lesson for you. This is like a big transformational piece or a big turning point in your life in terms of, starting on a new path. And this is like an important, I forgot to put my phone on quiet. Again, it's a turning point for you. I forgot what I was saying. It'll come back. Oh, but Spirit is saying ground yourself. Ground yourself. Focus on love. What would you do if you knew you would succeed? And you are loved and protected by the universe, and anything is possible for you. Okay. I'm gonna have to pull some more clarifiers before I can even say anything else. What is going on, Power 2? Tell me in the comments. Y'all know I'm nosy. I want to know. This could be a lot of different things for different people, but the energy is still the same. So the three chakra oracle cards that I got are bittersweet, rejection, and quest. Ignore my phone. Bittersweet is about kind of letting something go that we know, again, that is not necessarily good for us. Maybe we got some sort of enjoyment out of it. So let's say you like shopping all the time and buying makeup all the time, but you kind of know you need to be budgeting or you need to be saving. And I might be talking to myself right there. Um, But I think spirit is saying to you, maybe you need to spend some time in examination of why this is a temptation for you and why you allow this thing to sort of block you. And I don't think that this is like some, secret that you need to go searching real deep for. I think you know what this is sitting here listening to the sound of my voice. What is it that's tempting you and pulling you away from your financial abundance? Are you giving money away to people? Whatever it is, you know what it is. But Spirit is saying the ending of whatever this is comes with you focusing on love, and it might be bittersweet. Yeah, yep, and yep. Okay. It might be bittersweet for you to let it go, but you know that it's not good for you. The Hermit. Under the deck, you got the Hermit and the Chariot and the Death card. Okay, pile two. Gossip. So you might have a person in your surroundings who maybe they're draining your energy, kind of just maybe they're draining you energetically. It could be a friend that's always got some problems that talks too much. It could be, and you get off the phone with that person and you feel depressed now, like they just transferred that energy straight onto you. Um, It could be like a relationship issue. It could be a parent. It could be a sibling. Um, but Spirit is saying to you to reject carrying this burden any longer. Whatever this burden is that's calling out to you that you get some sort of satisfaction from, but you know is hurting you and not helping you. Again, could be spending money on alcohol. Maybe you go out to the bar. Well, not now, you ain't going to the bar. But something you're spending money on, or if it's not money, it's a lot of your time or mind space that's blocking you from focusing on what you need to focus on. So you could be physically giving out your money and like to somebody, or energetically they're blocking your money because you allow this person to drain you. And I say allow because nobody can do anything to us we don't allow them to do. So maybe they are a good friend or a good, partner, but maybe you just need a long handle spoon this person so that you can keep your energy and not let this person drain you. Because spirit is really calling for you to go within. And even under that, again, like I said, you got the Hermit, which is all about going within. You got the Chariot, which is about moving forward. You got Death, which is about transformation. The Nine of Swords under the deck. I love going under the deck. I feel like I can kind of get the history. um, or another thing. It could be something that you want so bad that you don't have yet. And instead of focusing on whatever this thing is that you don't have, Spirit is saying to you, focus on your journey, because you also got the Quest card. Spirit is saying, focus on you, focus on love, focus on your journey and what it is we've asked you to do, and not being focused on whatever it is that maybe you feel rejected by it. Yeah. Maybe you feel rejected by it, or you just feel like you're never gonna get it. Either way, Spirit is saying, let this burden, this Nine of Wands feeling, let it go. Let it go. You either you'll get it in the future if it's something that you want, if it's something that's meant for you to have, or this is something that you have that you need to let go of. It's one or the other. It's got to be either way though. Spirit is saying go within. Go within. Um Under the bittersweet card, you got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords. I feel like Spirit is saying to you again, you're feeling. Oh, let's go this way first. Let's go this way first. You got the Quest card, right? So you've been on some sort of journey, right? We all are on a journey. That's kind of obvious, but you've had some losses in the past because you got the Five of Cups. So with the Five of Cups, there's three cups knocked over. And meanwhile, she's standing here staring at the three broke down cups, and she's got two full cups behind her. So, with the message in the Five of Cups is all is not lost, right? So, if you don't have something that you want and it's really calling to you, and that's making you feel a sense of loss, Spirit is saying you don't need that. You are whole without anything else, right? If you never get it, you're still whole, but it doesn't mean you can't work towards it. Or if you lost something that brought you some pleasure, but you kind of know wasn't really good for you, or you are letting go of some habit, don't sit in this energy of like, oh man, now I gotta stop. Let's say you decided to stop drinking and stop spending so much money on alcohol. If you just gonna walk around like this every day after you make a choice to do something better with your life, how you think life gonna get better if this how you gonna act? Cause you mad, cause cause man, I'm not drinking no more. I'm done drinking. We all know people like that, right? Like where when they decide to do something, they get all sad and depressed about it. And it's like, well, why you gonna do it if you gonna act like that about it? So get out of this energy. Go with what you have. Even if you made mistakes in the past, so what? So what? So what? Just keep moving forward. You still got two cups. You can always rebuild. You also got the Three of Pentacles, which is about working together with other people. So be open to opportunities to learn from other people. Be open to different opportunities. As a matter of fact, in this Three of Pentacles, this is an interesting one. There's a lady drawing a photo of a woman who doesn't have on any clothes, and there's like a teacher there guiding her as she's doing it. But I feel like Spirit is saying be open to opportunities to learn and be open to other ways of making money together with other people. Just be open to working with other people. Spirit is also saying to you, move forward quickly with getting out of this energy. Like, get out of this feeling of loss for whatever is calling to you and either keeping you feeling like, oh man, I got to keep this in my life because it feels good and I'm getting some benefit from it. Or, that person is my mom or that person is my dad. If the person is draining you energetically and financially, it is okay and in a spirit of love to cut that person off gracefully, to long handle spoon them, to deal with them when you can and how you can, and not just allow that person full range over your full range in your life. It's your life. You're the main character. You decide who stays and who goes and who gets to do what. Nobody decides that but you. Let's get you some advice. But either way, the main message is Spirit is saying let go of whatever this burden is that's calling out to you. If it's perfectionism, let it go. Whatever it is, if it's a person, they got to go. Or at least be limited so they don't have access to your energy. Okay. Or not full access, I should say. Let's get, dang, that was fast. Yeah, I knew it. Okay, so you got mountains. Stand your ground. Mountains do not move. Stand up for yourself. If it's a person, and I did get the feeling for some of you guys, it might be a person. If it's an individual or a group of people, cancel them. And you can be real cute about it and be sweet about it. But stand your ground, stand up for yourself, protect yourself. This will help you to unblock your flow of money. Stop allowing other people to take up your energy and your time. And if it's just, maybe it's not a person, but it's like a bad habit that you have, or it's something that you want, Spirit is saying stand firm in love and know that you are whole and well without adding anything onto it. Anything that you want is really just extra. It'd be nice if you could have it, but if you don't have it, so what? So what? Under the deck, you also got Warless. Be fearless and stand strong. So pile two, be fearless, stand strong, stand your ground against people draining your energy or against any addictions or habits that you have that's, blocking your money flow. Spend some time alone, going within and keep moving forward. I hope this resonates for you. Drop a comment. Let me know if it did. If it didn't, all right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on to our friends in pile three. You guys, I'm watering the grass right now, and I probably should go move the water hose, but I don't want to pause the video. So, yeah. All right, pile two. Pile two. I keep talking to myself. Anyway, first of all, hey, how y'all doing? How you doing, pile two? No, pile three. I'm messing up, y'all. I'm sorry. I played y'all. Okay, look, pile three. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. Pile three. All right, pile three. What's going on with y'all? Let's get an archetype card to get the general energy of what might be blocking or impacting your money or things you can do to improve your finances. Okay. What's going on, pile three? I'm watering the grass right now, pile three. I feel like I probably should go move the water hose because I don't have like a sprinkler system. I have like the old school one that like leans out like that. So I have to move it around the lawn. And it's been in the same spot for a while. Okay, Spirit, that's too many. That was like 5 cards, y'all. Okay. We'll take the 2 that flipped upside down. All right, let me drink water. All right, you got Anima Mundi. I have to read that to you. And you got the King. Okay. Let's see what's going on with this Anima Mundi. That's page 223. Okay. The soul of the world, all that is. Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all things. When light, tending to the sacred details of life, when dark, overwhelmed by the bigness of existence. And then you got the King. Dang, this is powerful. What y'all got going on, pile 3? The King, 85. All right, the King. The ruler, the commander, the emperor. If our lives are imagined as a kingdom containing the entire spectrum of human experience, the king presides over it all. Through the lens of the king, we assess the state of our land, make decisions, and rule accordingly. Therefore, the king must be thoroughly and regularly vetted so as to avoid corruption. Recognize the dual nature of the king. He is either seated in benevolence and strength, guiding you toward peace, or he is oppressing the weak out of a need to control. There is not much middle ground. Some think of the king as the ultimate expression of the ego, yet the great kings of mythology and history serve from an egoless place. They take their throne with grace and humility, knowing the divine uses them as a channel to heal deep and long standing discrepancies in the kingdom. When light, benevolence, divine leadership, service, and nobility. When dark, oppression, misuse of power, and corruption. Okay, so right off the back, I feel like Spirit is saying, and we're going to pull a bunch of clarifiers and try to really get into this. But I feel like Spirit is really calling on you to really take a higher perspective as it relates to your role in the like grander scheme of things and grander scheme of life, and really making sure that you are being of service to other people in some way, and whatever power that you have, that you are exercising it in a way that is considerate of everyone around you and really making decisions for the benefit of everyone around you, including yourself. Wow. Um, hmm. I'm gonna try to get some more information before I say too much. The first card out of this spread of this deck is the victim. You also got completion. That's good. You also got and that gossip came out for all three spreads today. Complacency. Okay. What else is under here? Let's pull some tarot cards while I talk. So perhaps you've reached a certain like level either in your career or like your place in life, and you kind of feel like maybe you don't know where to go next from where you are. Um, and so you're kind of just in a little bit of stagnant energy in general, not just as it relates to your finances, but maybe just generally. And because you did get this Animal Monday card, and there's 5 cards in that archetype deck that are like considered to be like their version of the major arcana. So what I mean by that, in regular tarot, there's major arcana, which is like big energy. Kaden, I'm recording. How can I help you? I'll just check on you. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for checking on me. I do appreciate that. I'll talk to you when I'm done, okay? All right. Dang, what was I saying, y'all? So my son threw me off a little bit. Okay, like I said, Spirit is asking you to focus on your role in the grander scheme of things. And you may have gotten into a certain level where you kind of feel like you don't know where to go next. But Spirit is really telling you to stand up as the king of your life and start to make decisions that are good for you and good for those around you. In the past, you may have taken the role of kind of playing the victim. And I don't mean that as a criticism or no, I don't mean that as a judgment because I've been here before. So whatever you we've all been here before. Whatever you went through, you may have felt like it was other people's fault or things happened that were outside of your control, and so you felt like you didn't have any control over it. But it looks like you've walked away from that sort of attitude with the Six of Swords in the past. So you could just be coming out of this, or you could be kind of at the point where you're about to come out of this, and this is a big transition for you, which is why this. Oh, that's what I was saying. The big energy of the Anima Mundi card, which is an initiation, and you opening your eyes and starting to see that you play a bigger role in things in the universe and in your own life than you imagine. I think for me, a similar moment to something like this is when I really took stock in I create my life. I create my life with my choices every single day. and realizing that even if something doesn't go the way I expect it to go, there's still a lesson to be learned. And then I can incorporate that lesson and make better choices on the go forward. But this may be kind of something. I keep trying to pick this card up. It is not working. But this could be something that's maybe new for you in terms of really accepting that, there's a bigger picture here and you actually do control your life and you do control, how you move forward in the world. You create your world every day with your thoughts, with your feelings. So being more positive is always helpful in that regard. Right after that, you have the completion card. So that makes sense if in the past you may have felt like things happen to you instead of happening for you. You got the completion card and the King of Swords together, which is a pretty awesome. So congratulations if this is where you're sitting right now. But this is you having mastery over thought and having mastery over your perceptions, whether you're a man or a woman. And so instead of seeing yourself as a victim that things just happen to, you're starting to see, okay, no, wait, I am the king. I am in charge. I am the leader. Whatever happens to me, I can make, decisions based on what's best for me and being positive and not making decisions on being the victim or always being at the mercy of other people. And then after that card, you got the gossip. Again, I said gossip came out for all three piles today. So I feel like Spirit is really saying to everybody, don't worry about what other people think about you and the decisions that you make. Do not make your decisions based on how other people might perceive the decision that you're going to make. Obviously, you want to make choices that are, good for you and ultimately good for everyone. So if you got a family, good for everybody involved. But that's very different and not the same thing as making a choice just because you want people to see you a certain way, right? Like do what feels true and authentic to you, knowing that this is who you are and that this is not who you are. Make your decisions in this energy, and don't worry about what other people have to say about it. Because right after that, or together with that, you got the Six of Wands and the Two of Wands. Like that's some bomb energy. Spirit is saying if you don't worry about what other people have to say about you, if you don't worry about being at the mercy of other people, if you just worry about creating your life and creating your finances and your abundance in the way that you want to and start working towards it and knowing that you are a creator and you've got endless, boundless power to do whatever it is you need to do, you will have the victory. So Six of Wands is all about victory. And the Two of Wands is like a passionate start. So look at her. She's like waiting on. Look at her. She's fly. Look at them sandals. She got the gauchos on. Do people still wear gauchos, y'all? I don't know. I wore them in high school. But she looks good and she's on a new path. She's off on a new passionate path. So, and then under the deck, she got the Six of Cups, which is also emotional fulfillment. So it could be two that Spirit is saying to you, because Six of Cups can be like this. You see this kid that she's giving the flower to? It could also be you finding something to do or a career that embraces the dreams and ideals or the picture you had for yourself as a child. What were your childhood dreams? But it could also just be saying to follow your heart in what it is you want to do and what you want to achieve. Again, following your heart and your guidance and your internal GPS versus caring about what other people think. Yes, we are all a part of a bigger picture. Yes, our decisions impact other people, and so we should consider how our decisions will impact people, but we don't make decisions to please other people. You do what's best for you and what's best for everybody as a whole. And that's kind of the burden of being a leader, right? Sometimes doing what's right or what's best, it's going to upset somebody. Everybody is not going to be happy. So again, as we told you some advice, I feel like Spirit is saying, don't get complacent where you are. There's more for you to do. There's more for you as it relates to your abundance and your finances. But it involves you staying out of this mentality of seeing yourself as a victim and instead seeing yourself as a beautiful piece of the universe with infinite power. And because the universe is infinite and abundant. And seeing yourself in this, this king energy of having mastery over your mind and your perceptions. And this could have been a bit of a transformation for you, like I was saying. I see the butterflies on this King of Swords card, which definitely makes me think of transformation. That's too many. Come on, Spirit. Don't play me. Make it plain. One advice card for my friends here. Well, this is 3. We'll do 3. I usually take my rule. If I take a stack of cards, I never take more than 3 at a time if they all fall. Okay. So you got dream, and journey. Wow. That makes sense with that 6 of cups, like I was saying. Spirit saying, don't be complacent. Go ahead and dream up what you want. That could be like a childhood dream. It could just be something that feels good to your heart, feels good to your soul. But you don't have to be stuck where you are. You can still, you know what I'm saying, whatever has happened to you. I say, you know what I'm saying. I hate when people say that. Can I just pause to complain? I don't like when people say, do you know what I'm saying? Because I can hear you. So, yes, I know what you're saying because my brain works. Okay, back to what I was saying. With the dreaming and journeying, doing what feels good to your heart. Journey towards what makes you feel good and don't get complacent when you are feeling like, well, I may as well not even try because of A, B, and C. Yes, you may as well try. What else you gonna do? You're not dead yet. Okay, High Priest, intend and create. Just as I'm saying, you may as well try. Intend and create. Create what it is that you want. You can create what you want. The infinite is abundant. Broken arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Yes, do it in this peaceful state of mind. Do it in this state of mind. This King of Swords, not in this victim mode where you just feel. Look at him drowning inside of the what is that? An acorn? How do you drown in an acorn? But he's drowning inside the acorn. Don't do it in this mode. All right. All right, that's all I got for you guys, pile 3. Let me know if it resonates. Good to see y'all today. Bye.